What's up, everybody from Facebook, YouTube, or wherever you're listening to us from? My name is Pedro Doingas, and today I'm here with a lot of people today. Zach Lewis, Bobby Coulter, Matty P. Savage, and Adham. Today we are going to be talking about Game of Thrones. We are the Red Wedding Crashers. We are going to be recapping episode 1 of season 7, Dragonstone. So today is episode 2 of Red Wedding Crashers. So yeah, guys, what was your initial thoughts of the first episode to season 7? Adham, let's start with you. What did you think of it?
Oh no, I enjoyed it. I liked it quite a bit.
Should
I elaborate on that?
Yeah. These will be spoiler. I'm not sure if you mentioned it. Will be spoiler filled.
Yeah, this is spoiler filled
here.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get into like strong detail, a lot of stuff, and like a lot of body count of shit. And yeah, Adham, take it away.
Yeah, I was about to say with your initial, I was like, wow, great commentary.
I really enjoyed the cold open this season. This premiere.
Yes.
Yes, it does start with a cold open.
Arya is one of my favorite characters in the show, so
course.
seeing her basically murder all of House Frey was fucking tits.
Yeah, it was tits. It was tits indeed.
Yeah. There were no tits, but it was fuck. Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, I liked how we got to see basically all the important characters in this one episode.
Even the Hound, which was cool, because we
Hound.
didn't get to see him in the season finale last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was one thing I liked about the season finale of last year, because they killed off the majority of the cast, and so like everyone is just sort of like, everyone who's left is sort of like grouped together in their own separate groups, so they can progress everything like at once, like a lot, like, you know, so we got to see a lot of everyone, you know, not just like Arya for 5 minutes and then Jon for 5 minutes, like it was like back in like season 5, even a little bit of season 6. We got everyone, and we got like the really cool Hound scene, and yeah, I really liked it too.
Well, I don't even think Tyrion had a single line in this episode.
No, he didn't.
No.
But that, I think that made it more like powerful, because at the end of the episode when they arrive there, just no one saying anything, because Daenerys is just like taking it all in.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that too. I mean, I think it made the scene a little bit better that he was sort of in the background.
And then she gives the line, just like, all right, like pretty much like,
yeah, let's begin.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I feel like you didn't need anyone to speak in that. It's more of a Daenerys moment
Yeah,
than
exactly.
it is anyone else.
Words.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those, words wouldn't do it justice anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. For me, as soon as the episode starts and you just have Arya killing everybody with everybody's wine.
Yeah, she kills the remainder of House Frey.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Everyone. All of them gone.
Which is really cool, because I thought it was a flashback at first.
That's what we
I
all
thought it was like, oh, it's like after the Red Wedding. And then as soon as he didn't drink, I was like, I was like, no.
Yeah, once
They're all dead.
I remember we were watching it at your house, Adham. It was you, me, and Zach, and we were all there. And I remember it started, and the first thing we were like, oh, maybe it's like a flashback. Like, maybe it's them, like, maybe planning the Red Wedding. Like, that's going to be cool. And then we're going to get cut to Arya first thing. And I remember sitting there, and once he started talking, he was just like, oh, you know, not you, to the girl. Like, don't drink the wine.
Yeah,
I was
I'm
on the
not
edge
gonna
of my
waste good
couch.
wine on a damn woman.
Yeah, I was on the edge of your couch, sitting there. I'm like, I knew it. I'm like, this is gonna be Arya. Like, something really, really awesome is about to happen. And oh my god, they just.
How about later on in the episode
day.
with Arya too, when because they ask her, they're like, "What's a girl like you going to King's Landing for?" And she takes a drink, and I said out loud to you guys, I'm like, she needs to think of a better excuse than I'm going there to kill everyone. And then she's like, I'm going to kill the queen. And I was like, or not. Then all the guys are just like, oh,
Yeah, all the
you're funny.
Also, the soldiers, were they Lannister soldiers?
They were
Yes.
Lannister
They were?
soldiers
I
and
couldn't-
Ed Sheeran.
Okay, and Ed Sheeran.
And Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, and Ed Sheeran trying to act.
I thought he did a good job.
I didn't mind him.
Yeah.
I don't know why everyone's so fucked up about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just think it's funny.
He's like, he's ginger.
I just see Ed Sheeran, and it's like, I know who you are. I can't take
It's
it
Ron.
like seriously. It's wrong. No, it's not even that. It's just like
natural.
I know who you are, so it's like I can't.
It took me out of it for a little bit.
Yep, exactly. It pulled me out of the episode because like, all right, it's Ed Sheeran. Like,
I mean, like, I knew who Ian McShane was last year when he was in that episode, and it didn't take. I
True.
wasn't like, oh, that's Winston from
that's
John Wick.
But that's because
True.
Ian McShane is a very well-trained actor.
I mean,
You
I know
know,
who
you've
Sean
seen
Bean
him in
is.
a lot of stuff beforehand.
yeah. I mean, I do agree with what you guys were saying. It was just
Plus,
when
he
I
was
saw him-
singing. You know, he
Well,
had that
yeah,
nice little
which-
song.
which
Which
was
fun fact, in the
nice,
books,
yeah.
that was as a song actually written by George R. R. Martin, and in the books, it is a song that was written about someone who knew about Tyrion and Shay, and it's about them, and he wrote the song to sort of blackmail Tyrion.
Yep. It was a bard in the books.
Yeah.
Huh. I never knew that.
Yeah, fun fact.
I did not. I only read the first book.
Yeah.
and it was a long time ago.
And
it
it's
was
a
like
long book.
Yeah, it's a long book.
And they just get longer.
Yeah, and I remember I read the first one, and it was like I know we're getting off track, but I remember it was like right after it came out. I'm like, oh yeah, everyone's talking about it. Let me check this out. And then I never caught up on it, but that's actually interesting.
Probably
I
wasn't
never would've
right
guessed.
after it came out, because it came out when we were like very young. Because it came out in like the 90s.
Yeah.
Oh, nine.
Yeah,
Really?
like 96 or something like that.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was probably when like the fourth book came out.
Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So-
surprise! I'm actually 70. I'm actually an old man.
Yo, okay.
Back in the day.
Yeah,
So
but,
am I the only one here that got a little bit annoyed by Sansa?
Sansa Stark. Yeah.
Bobby was waiting for a moment to drop that Peter Baelish impression.
Oh, I love Peter. You know, Zach and I were actually talking about this during the episode.
No, we weren't. No, I'm just
Yeah, we were. It's like you asked.
We don't talk during Game
the
of
entire
Thrones.
time that her and John were going back and forth in that debate they're having with about the houses
Yeah.
that betrayed them and returning like the lands.
Yeah,
to them or
Sansa
whatever.
didn't annoy me at all in that.
I got frustrated because I like John so much more than Sansa, but it was one of those things we kept talking about. Like anytime one of them would start talking,
I kept swinging.
We'd
to
start
the other
swinging back
side
and forth, like,
because
I agree with her.
Sansa
No, I agree
would
with
say
John.
something, and I'd be like, "Oh, that's right. She's in the right here." Then John said, "I'm like, oh nope, I agree with John." And then Sansa says that I'm like, "You go, Sansa. That's right." And like
Yeah.
I just kept switching back and forth because they were both making such good points. It was so like well written to have that
Yeah.
argument there.
That's what I like about this episode. It is like named Dragonstone, but it really is all about the rebuilding of House Stark.
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh-huh.
And like even though like Dragonstone isn't really mentioned in it too much outside of like, oh, there's a mountain there of like a mountain of, like underneath Dragonstone, and Sam obviously like sees it in the book and all that, and then at the end with Daenerys. But like you said, this was very like Jon and Sansa centric.
Yeah, oh, definitely. And, I mean, I think we all knew that going into the finale because we saw with the King of the North scene.
Yeah.
which was
And the
a nice
banners dropping
Yeah,
and
the
everything.
banners dropping. It was that nice homage
Which
to, like, with Robb
Daenerys
Stark.
dropped a banner in this episode
She
too.
did.
She dropped Stannis' banner, which was pretty cool to see.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's still hanging up there, you know?
Well, I mean, they just sort of left because they were like,
True.
all right, well, time to invade Westeros.
Yeah, true.
Let's get to, invading here.
Yeah.
What also I think is interesting about Arya, she's basically taking over the story of Lady Stoneheart in the books.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she's just on a rampage, just murdering whoever was connected to the Red Wing.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for her to join the Brotherhood without banners again and just fully commit to the.
Yeah.
Just
Lady
I just
Stoneheart
want to
story.
see her reunite with the Hound.
Yep,
you know?
that's-
Honestly, yeah.
Oh my God.
That's what I want more than almost anything. is
Yeah.
The two of them.
Hound.
Yeah,
Which
'cause
let's
the
talk
chemistry
about
between
the
the two of them
Hound,
is
like
amazing.
how heartbreaking it was with the family, because obviously that was the family in you saw in either was it season 3 or season
Season 4.
Yeah, it was because I knew they were both together for those 2 seasons. So season 4,
Yeah.
and he sort of like beat up the dad and like took their money. And he was like, "Well, they're weak anyway." And like, yeah, like they died, but like
They'll
they
be dead by
died.
winter.
Yeah, but they died. Like the father killed them because they were like starving, and Winter was there. And like obviously it was like kind of his fault. And then
Oh, it was all his fault,
Yeah,
yeah.
he like dug the grave for them, which is like a really nice like sort of Easter egg homage to like the books.
Yeah,
if
let's
any of
say
you
the
read
Grave
them.
Digger-
Yeah,
Grave
Gravedigger, absolutely. So really cool to see that.
But the one thing I loved about it the most is at the end he was still the Hound. Because
Yeah.
he buried them and he starts doing the prayer. And he ends the prayer with, what is it? Ah, fuck it, I don't remember the
remember.
rest.
I forget the
Yeah,
rest.
fuck it, I forget
And then
the
he
rest.
says something
I'm
else.
I'm sorry you're dead.
Yeah,
And he walks away
That was
from
like the most
grave.
Hound thing ever, and
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I'm sure like the gods would be like, you know what, man, A for effort.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, it's all the same to us, man. You don't need to recite it. Like we know you
Yeah.
meant it. That's what counts.
Yeah. Side note, that just reminded me of one of my favorite movies, Pirates of the Caribbean, when they're trying to read the Bible,
Yeah.
and he's like, "You can't read." He's like, "It's the Bible. You get you get credit for trying to read it." It's the same. It's the same thing. Yeah. He doesn't know the prayers for the dead, but yeah, that was a real sad moment. But it was. I love the chemistry between him and Beric.
Yeah.
Dondarrion. It's so weird. I
Uh-huh.
can't describe it. It's like it's not like any other characters in the show. The two of them.
I just really like Beric Dondarrion.
Oh,
I
same.
really do. And
Yeah.
I thought it was a really cool scene when Thoros was telling him to look into the fire, and he basically saw what we saw at the beginning of the episode with Bran, which was the army of the dead. And we now know that they're going to the castle that Jon sent Tormund and the wildlings to. Like that's where they're going for to get into
Yeah.
Westeros. And
Which I will say I was wrong in the predictions we did last week. I said I didn't think there was any point for us to go back over the wall. Apparently they're sending us back over again.
Yeah.
I figured we were done.
Yeah,
apparently they left some people behind.
we're going over.
When the Hound was looking in the fire, though, I thought he was going to be like, yeah, I see all this shit. Oh, never mind. I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah.
That didn't happen. I'm like, oh shit.
But it was also really cool because the Hound has always been terrified of fire because what the
Yeah.
mountain did to him.
Yeah.
And he's sort of getting over his fear of it now because he was like just looking into it, like seeing this stuff. So it's really cool. Like that's just such great character building.
Oh,
and
yeah.
also I thought it was interesting how the Hound said by the castle. He said he saw a mountain, and it looks like an arrowhead, and the mountain's new armor resembles an arrowhead at the top. And I just thought that was kind of
shit.
cool. Maybe we can still get a
Yeah.
game bull going on here.
Get hype. Let's go.
I've been wanting that for so long. I want the
I've been wanting
ball.
that since season 1, since they sort of skirmish
Yeah.
when Mountain kills the horse and goes after Loris.
Oh, yeah.
I've been wanting to see a full-on fight between them.
I would love to. I hope they do too, but I don't really know how they're gonna do it
I don't know either, but I just wanted to have
because they're going north. I mean, the only way they'd be able to do it is if like Barrack and the rest all died of the dead.
Do you think the Night
and-
King would be able to like possess the mountain because he's undead?
That's a good question. I
Yeah.
don't know because what's the alchemist's name? That's what Cersei.
Kyber.
Kyber.
Qyburn. Yeah. You never really know what he did.
Yeah, he's just sort of like Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah. So that's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah, so if he's undead, maybe the Night King just be like, nope. like,
Yeah,
like
I don't
you're
know.
you're on Team Walker
that's
now.
that's a good
Do you
theory.
think it's possible that Bran could also warg into the mountain too?
Well, I think Bran can work into anybody.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because he look
well,
what he did to Hodor.
simple-minded.
That's what I mean,
Simple-minded,
yeah, you can't-
Yeah. I mean, maybe if he's undead, he's
Maybe
like a zombie.
maybe Bran could warg into like a white, you know, like a or like a fucking dead giant.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Bran can just sort of keep warging
Which,
into
by the
them.
way, that shot of the Army of the Dead where the giants come
Yeah.
out,
Oh my
it
God.
never even crossed my mind that there were giants that were
Yep.
beyond the wall.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't they?
I just hope we don't see giant ice spiders because in season 1, old Nan tells them
Oh,
about
yeah.
the White Walkers, how they use giant ice spiders as like hunting hounds, kind of. So I just don't want to see that because I fucking hate spiders. But that's just me.
All right.
Yeah, that
so
shot with the dead though was great.
And really quick on the shot with the dead, did you notice you also saw the Night King? You
Yeah.
didn't see his head, but you saw him from like the neck down because you can see his armor and that sort of like sickle sword he had. He was the first horse.
Yeah.
He was in front of the line and everyone was following behind him.
I didn't notice that.
So
no.
yeah, he's the first one that you see. You just don't see like his full face,
Huh.
but you can tell by his weapon that it's him.
But Matt, what were you
all
gonna
right.
say?
So we talked about the north. We talked about Barrack. Let's talk about the south now. Let's go on to Euron sailing into King's Landing.
oh yeah.
Yeah, and now obviously you sort of got the awesome scene of the map painting on the floor, and Cersei just sort of like, yeah, like we're kind of royally fucked here. We got enemies all around us, but you know Cersei's smart as shit, and so that was actually a prediction that you talked about last week. That you said that you thought Euron and Cersei would join forces.
Oh, yeah,
and we saw the
definitely.
early stages of it here in this episode.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was calling that from the end of last season. Once I saw Theon and Yara run off to Daenerys at the end of the last season, I figured, you know what? The next best move for Euron, he's not going to go run to Daenerys now knowing that
Yeah.
they bolted. And I'm surprised. There was a lot of things in this episode, like, news travels fast for these people,
Yeah.
apparently. You know,
Yeah.
all of a sudden, earlier
fast
seasons,
forward.
it takes characters an entire season to walk 20 feet. But now, just the whole world knows what's
Well,
happening.
they're all borrowing Littlefinger's jetpack.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
They
Yeah,
just go everywhere.
Yeah, Littlefinger's manufacturing his jetpack in the north now.
And Varys is literally just the Flash. Like, that's just who he is. He's
Yeah.
just Barry
Yeah.
Allen.
How long did it take to them to see that Jon Arryn died in season 1?
oh,
Well, let's see. In season 1, they arrive in the first episode, but months have passed. And then the entire episode 2 is the King's Road. I don't think they get in King's Landing until episode maybe even 4 in the first season.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
And everybody's,
Yeah,
everybody's
people are-
jolting
yeah,
everywhere.
people
yeah,
are
now
jumping
everyone's
around.
just like, we were in Dorne. It's like Varys. How, like,
Yeah.
in the season finale last year,
He was talking to
he was
talking
in
to
Dorne.
Yeah, talking
and
to
then he's
Tyrells.
on the ships back in Marine sailing over by the end of the episode.
Yeah, which how the hell did you get
Like,
to Marine?
like time is weird in Game of Thrones. Like, you really never know how much time has passed between stuff. But I
Yeah.
mean, like, god damn.
Varys he's actually Barry Allen.
yeah.
Like I'm
It's the
calling
only-
it right
it's the
now. The
only-
Flash
or the-
movie for DC
or,
is just gonna be.
or he's like one of like 5 like sextuplets that were
Oh my
born,
God.
and they all just look exactly the same. They're all just like strategically located
They
throughout
all
the
have
world.
no
Yeah, and they all have no dick.
They're a hive mind and have no dick.
They're all eunuchs.
Also, side note, we're gonna get a little off track here, but did Varys? What did he ever do to sorcerer in his basement.
I think he just killed.
Just sort of left him there.
He kind of just left the guy there, didn't he?
Like would like torture him or something.
He was, but then he kind of just like forgot
Oh,
about
like what he
him,
did after?
and they
I don't
don't
know.
go back to it.
Yeah, because Varys just sort of leaves King's Landing, and you're assuming that
He's
that
in a
guy's
box.
just still
He's
down
still
there.
in that
Like, no!
He's
Is
just
anyone
chilling.
out there?
He's dead.
Fucking hungry.
Yeah, really. It's like Gendry syndrome. It's like, where'd he go?
Yeah. Yeah, we
But-
can just assume that he's dead.
But
Gendry,
yeah.
maybe not. He might show
No,
up.
Gendry's still alive.
Yeah.
He's in the
Yeah, they
Riverlands
have to.
somewhere.
You
He's in
just
the
see a
Riverlands.
skeleton, like, floating in
I
the
was
boat.
I was actually hoping that last season when the Hound found the Brotherhood Without Banners, I was hoping Gendry would just be a part of them because he was like all into that sort of stuff, you know. And then they're like, all right, well, we're selling you to this lady. And so, but I was really hoping that he'd sort of go back and join up with them. Who
Yeah,
knows?
like an awkward meeting. Hey guys,
You sold
Who
me.
knows?
sold me.
Gendry is Gendry's a blacksmith. They might sort of ask him like, "Hey, do you think you can make us some new Valyrian steel?" Assuming that Valyrian steel does something have to do with dragon glass that they're mining. Maybe they're like, "Hey, dragon glass steel, you think you can do this, Gendry?"
Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows?
But
We'll
yeah,
see.
but we're,
Yeah,
we're
well-
getting sidetracked off the episode.
Yeah, at the end of this thing, we'll go on a lot of theories
yeah.
and stuff.
But yeah, definitely like, with bringing up the South though. Yeah, that I loved that. That
was really
scene
cool.
with Jamie and Cersei. with
Yeah.
the floor map.
Yeah.
that was just I love that.
It just looked so cool. The entire scene was well done. And it was actually really interesting because I thought, like, leading up to this season, that sort of, as they're sailing over, Euron would just sort of meet up with them, like, in the middle of the sea, and you get, like, a sea battle. And then when Bobby brought up the thought, oh, he might align with Cersei, I'm like, that makes more sense for both sides. Because Euron
Yeah.
would be like, why would I risk everyone to fight up 3 dragons at sea, you know, like
Yeah,
when I
by
could
myself.
like align with someone else, you know, so it made sense for both sides. Obviously, then Euron, of course, said, "I'll bring you a gift." We'll talk theories and predictions of what that
Yeah.
gift could be. A lot of interesting
Yeah, there's two big
directions that can
things.
go with that.
Two big things, but we'll get into it later.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
there's 2 big gift ideas I think that they're doing.
Euron's really cartoony in this episode too.
He really
honestly,
is.
he stepped
I
up his
love
game
his
a lot.
character though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really do. Just that wacky ass mustache he has, and that sort
He's
of
like Wile E.
jab he
Coyote.
takes at Jamie, where he's
Yeah.
like, "I always wanted to marry the most beautiful woman in the world, and now here I am with 2 working hands." And Jamie was just like, "Fuck, you got me."
Yeah, Jamie had that moment where he started reaching for the sword. And
Yeah.
Cersei's like, okay, no,
My
decline.
sister but me.
Yeah.
No one fucks her sister but me. But yeah, I agree. He was very cartoony, but you know what? I like him.
Yeah,
I really
I
like
like
him.
his
I really
character.
like him.
He's
Well,
just-
I didn't
And
really
the
like him when he
actor-
first showed up, and then
yeah, now he's my
The
favorite
actor who
Greyjoy.
plays him, the actor who plays him actually, now this might him just be trying to build up hype, but he did say a few weeks ago, he's like, yeah, after this season, Ramsay Bolton's gonna look like a little kid compared
Yeah.
to Euron Greyjoy.
That's what I heard too.
and that's
yeah.
fucking like crazy to even think about, you know?
Which I don't
it's
know.
gonna cut off so many dicks.
It's just cut off a lot of dicks.
Oh
Well,
god.
in the books, he's like basically a sorcerer in a sail.
Oh yeah.
He's a
you're
lot
right.
more crazy in the books,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. I feel like
and
they're
they
gonna build
combine
him
in the
up to be
books they
nuts.
combined, or in the show they combined Euron and Victorian, but just gave him mostly Euron's personality.
Yeah, which you know what? I think it's working out very well.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I love his
absolutely.
character. But yeah, it was definitely. Or any other big things that happened in this episode?
Just really, that awesomely charged Tormund and Brienne moment.
Oh
It's really-
yeah.
that's one of my favorite running things in the show. He's just sort of, he's just looking at her like a fine steak, you know.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's like, oh man,
You're
Yeah.
a lucky
Do you think?
man.
Do you
he's like
think
that is a woman right there.
Do you think it'll break? You think
I don't
it'll
know.
Happen?
I don't know. I think Brienne's too honorable, and she's like,
Yeah.
my only duty is to do this, not
Yeah.
that, you know.
Not
So-
that bushy bearded man.
Yeah, it's,
eyeing you up.
it makes a lot of sense though, because in season 4, you had Tormund telling the story about when he fucked a bear, and
The
Ygritte was
she-bear.
like, "You never fucked a bear," blah blah blah. But in season 3, Brienne literally was like fighting a bear,
Dude.
So it's like meant to be. Really,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Fighting bears, fucking
That was
bears.
intentional.
Yeah,
You know, that's just modern love.
it is a great love story.
Bear love.
Yeah, I think
She's the bear and he's the maiden fair.
I think the only other thing like to quick bring up is I know it's just a first moment and he's gonna get in their head, but I was very surprised with Sansa really giving it to
Yeah,
Peter
she's
Baelish.
she's
he's gonna get in his
she's
yeah,
moving apart
success.
from Jon on her own. He
And-
doesn't
yeah.
really need to do much.
He sort of already did
his
the work last
first
season.
move. His first move is gonna be getting Brienne away. He's
Yeah.
gonna like find a way to get Sansa to send Brienne somewhere. Because like as soon as he started talking to her, Brienne walked up like, "Hey, what's going on here?" Holding her like Valyrian steel sword,
Yeah.
you know. So Baelish's first move will be to try to find a way to separate them, and
Yeah.
then he'll try to get to work on Sansa.
Yeah, but and I was surprised, you know, because she just shut him down immediately. Like,
Yeah.
what do you want? Like get away from me. What do you want?
Yeah, he's being uncharacteristically not being Peter Baelish.
Yeah.
Like,
It was-
he's
it was-
such
Makes you
a
wonder,
snake.
like, what is he doing here?
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
what's he cooking up?
Yeah, because you know he's always
Can you
thinking
smell
ahead
what
of.
Peter Baelish is cooking?
Yeah.
You don't know.
Because he's always like 5 steps ahead of anyone else in the show.
Yeah.
So to see him like, even with her going after him, like going at him for what he was trying to tell her and getting in her head, he still was calm the whole time. He was like leaning up against, you know, he's leaning against a pole, leaning up close to her, like whispering all creepy with that voice. And it's like the whole time she's giving it to him, and he's sitting there smiling. You're like, he's already like he already knows how he's gonna take the throne at this point. Like
Yeah.
he has it all.
Yeah, he has it
planned
all
out,
planned
and
out. We
don't
just have to
know.
see where it's going.
He just wants Sansa at his side. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty much it. You know, I mean, it's nuts. That's why I
Yeah.
love him as a character, because
Uh-huh.
you could never read his mind ever.
And I think the only thing we didn't touch on so far is Sam, which
Oh, yeah.
had a really cool thing because you had a really
Yeah, we-
disgusting scene in there. First off with Sam.
which I had to look away from.
I love that
But
montage.
Did
That was
you
a great montage.
did you notice the
So
Harry Potter
gross.
reference?
What in the going into the, restricted section? of-
Restricted.
Yes,
Yeah.
because that was the same actor from what was it, Chamber of Secrets?
Oh, Filch was
Oh, yeah.
was there too.
What's that? Yeah, no.
He played the.
He played the librarian guy when Tom Riddle, that was
Yes.
Voldemort,
Yeah.
right? When he asked him to go in the restricted section, he said no, that was the same actor that Sam asked. It's just a nice little wink, you
Oh,
know, which is
okay,
pretty
that's
cool.
Yeah, I was about to
Um,
say, yeah, let me try that again. We do have to bring that up because, yeah, there was an awesome moment in there
Yeah.
when an arm comes flying
my
out of
God,
a
that
cell.
So basically, just like Sam, he's looking at stuff. He finds the dragon glass mine thing, and he starts to write to John about it. And I know for a fact Sam's gonna find something in one of those books about like fighting the White Walkers, but like no one really believes him. But then you have that like jump scare moment
Yeah.
when literally the arm reaches out, just that very grayscale looking arm, and you hear a very recognizable voice asking about the Dragon Queen. So
Yeah,
it's
so
really cool.
It's Jorah, yeah.
Yeah.
I was not expecting to see Jorah locked in a cell.
I was not
Like,
expecting
I'm
to see
curious.
Jorah. Period.
Yeah, I was wondering how he got across
I
the
just
narrow sea.
assumed.
Yeah.
I just assumed that it was like that was a nice goodbye they had last season, you know. And I felt like you wouldn't see him. But here in the first episode, you see Jorah, and I'm like, fuck, how is he gonna come back into play here?
Yeah,
you know.
and he looks like from the arm. You can
he
tell.
looks like shit.
Yeah, he
He's rough,
looks like
but-
he is nuts. Like
He's pretty stoned.
yeah, yeah. So he looks like
and he's
he's
asking
on-
about like why would Daenerys go there? You know?
Yeah.
'Cause he's like, did
I
you
think-
come here yet? Blah
Well,
blah.
he's
blah.
going nuts. I think
Yeah,
that's what it
that's
is.
what
I
I
mean,
think
we
it is. I
see
think
what
he's
happened
going nuts.
with the grayscale from like the Stone Men
Yeah.
earlier on in the show, and you can tell like he's on his way out. So I'm really curious what's gonna happen with him.
Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah.
be very interesting.
So if he doesn't die but becomes like a full blown stone man, do I still win my bet?
No, he would have to die.
Wait, what's the bet here?
For if you guys want to jump in on it, also, we're taking bets on who the first person to die will be in the season.
Oh yes, I picked Theon Greyjoy.
I picked Grey Worm, and Pedro picked Jorah. So if each of you want to pick someone, not one of those three.
Yeah, first named character to die
Yeah.
in the season. You can't do what
Like
would you say?
Dothraki
Dothraki
Soldier
Soldier
number
3000 whatever. That was my original pick. Was Dothraki Soldier 325. Apparently it's not allowed. So we could probably just cut
Yeah,
that
yeah.
there.
We'll come
Yeah.
back to that at the end of the
Yeah.
episode. So just think about it.
Okay.
Just think about it a little bit, and then at the end of the episode we'll come back. But yeah, anything to talk about with this episode?
Someone brought up to me that in the book Sam was reading, the picture of that dagger was Tyrion's dagger from the first season.
Yeah, that Littlefinger has.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was like, Adham, aim toward the.
Yeah, and I think
Said-
that's
said
more
everything,
so
so,
just
yeah.
talking about Valyrian steel, but like just looking at Dragon Glass there, so that also comes into play because obviously we know Valyrian steel also kills White Walkers. So I think
which we found out.
I think
yeah.
that Valyrian steel is probably just steel and Dragon Glass just forged to like perfection.
I believe so too. I feel like it's
So-
infused.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think other than that, I think that was everything.
Yeah, I
we
think we
had.
pretty much covered everything in the episode.
I can't remember.
Arya's a badass. That's the main point
Yeah,
here.
the main point of this is Arya is like a bloodthirsty killer, and I love every
Yeah.
second of it. I
Yeah.
love her so much.
It actually broke my heart a little bit when she said she was going to King's Landing and not going north more.
Yeah, which true. I don't know. I feel like something might turn her around. I'm
Yeah.
not sure what it is.
Because
Ed
in the
Sheeran.
trailer,
Ed Sheeran.
in the trailer, we saw Arya breathe like really cold, like
Yeah.
she had like the breath coming out of her mouth,
Yeah.
and she was like trying to warm up. So
Yeah.
who knows?
I think something's probably gonna happen.
I'm just really happy because I thought going into the season, Arya, she would just sort of pop up every once in a while and like kill someone,
Yeah.
but she's still gonna be a major part of the storyline. Like you're gonna see everything, which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
I agree. But all right, so I think that's unless anyone has some
Yeah,
final
so
points. I think that's
that about sums up the episode.
yeah. Final thoughts on the episode, guys. I
uh,
thought it was awesome. Great way to
Obviously,
start.
very good. I know we were talking on the way down here. A lot of people were up in arms saying it was like boring, and so, but it's
I watched
a
it twice.
premiere, okay?
enjoyed
Like,
it.
Yeah.
like Game of Thrones premieres are always just like reintroducing you to the characters, but they were also able to build and move it going here.
You know,
so.
it's gonna be one of those you get 10 minutes. I mean, with how small the cast is at this point,
Yeah.
it's still pretty large significantly, but you got like 10 minutes with each major storyline, and you know what? Everything progressed. I don't feel
They got
I
it
don't-
easy in.
Yeah, I don't feel like we lost. We lost an episode on something boring. I thought it was
No, I thought
definitely-
they progressed everything. I thought that was all very interesting.
I
and
thought
made
it
me
was a
excited
great
for the
start.
rest of the season.
Yeah, I thought it was a great
Yep.
start to the season.
Yeah.
I was very happy with it.
All right, so yeah, you just want to go right into talking about the preview for next week, and then we'll get into like our sort of predictions and theories for the rest of the season.
Yeah, totally. Who wants to take it off?
Pedro, you can take it off.
Yeah, so I mean, it looks interesting. It looks like everybody's starting to like get prepared to, finally get moving on their plans. Even with Daenerys, trying to formulate however they're gonna, go to King's Landing and take over the throne and everything whatnot. And I don't know, it looks interesting. It feels like everything's starting to finally come to a head.
And you have
soon, like-
Cersei being like, yeah, the Mad King's daughter. She'll like destroy the entire realm. So she's trying to rally everyone behind her, as opposed to like having people turn over to Daenerys.
Uh-huh.
So she's obviously trying to worry. I thought the most interesting part of this preview, I know something you pointed out, but we'll let Matt take the floor on that because he was the one that caught it. But the most interesting I saw is it looks like Nymeria, Arya's
Yeah.
direwolf. It looks like they're going to be reintroduced.
Which is very interesting because I completely forgot.
Yeah, she just let her go in season 1.
Yeah.
And now might be back to the fold. Arya might ride her into King's Landing. Who knows?
Do you guys think Nymeria remembers Arya chucking that rock at her? She's gonna be like, "Why'd you throw that at me?"
She's gonna like kill Arya
what
like, on the spot.
Yeah.
I was excited about
And then Bran's gonna warg into Nymeria like from the north.
Oh my god.
Oh god. Yeah.
Why does
It's,
the inside of this wolf taste like my sister?
How does he know what his sister tastes like?
yeah, I was about to say.
In this show, anything's possible.
I mean, yeah, it's true. Look at the Lannisters. But yeah, it looks interesting, and it also looks interesting too with up north. It looks like they were saying it looks like everyone's just in agreement. Like they don't trust Daenerys because you even see that moment with Jon in the the meeting room in what the hell is the. I'm having a brain fail. The town they're in.
What, Winterfell?
Winterfell. Thank
Yeah.
you. Sorry, my brain short circuited. But yeah, and you can hear them saying too, like the Targaryen can't be trusted, and it seems like everyone's sort of like very, very pulled back. From,
Yeah.
like, I don't know, like.
And Matt
Which is
just
very
pointed out
interesting.
another quick shot, which is something we saw in the trailer beforehand. But you see, oh man, what's her name?
Yara.
No, well, it's
Oh.
Yara Greyjoy and Ilaria Sand. I
Ilaria
think?
Sand, yeah.
Yeah, Ilaria Sand. It shows Ilaria Sand kissing Yara, which is interesting. We're gonna see like sort of how that's gonna play out. Hopefully, she doesn't have poison on her lips this time.
Oh yeah, hopefully.
But yeah, so we saw it in the trailer. Then obviously you get Daenerys with Varys like offering counsel, and then Matt, you want to talk about this?
Yeah, it looks like Jon at the end of the trailer is choking the shit out of Peter.
yeah, Peter Baelish.
It
And I
looks
don't-
like in the crypts. I
That's
think.
what I was gonna say. I said I don't want to speculate too much here, but it looks like it could be in the crypts of Winterfell. So maybe Jon just stumbles across like
I don't know.
Lyanna
What
Stark's
do you guys
grave
think?
here.
Does that look like the
I'm-
crypts to you?
I'm sorry, but the Crypts of Winterfell sounds like a gang. That's like But yeah.
So like
it
maybe Littlefinger and Jon go through a stroll through the crypts of Winterfell.
It's very
And,
parallel to how Ned was choking.
Yeah, and
Jon
maybe
Gar was choking
maybe
Tyrion.
they stumble across Lyanna Stark's grave, and maybe Peter Baelish says he has a theory, and maybe Jon doesn't like that theory, and that's why he's choking him. I don't know. I'm just speculating here.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Jon has a lot of reasons to choke Peter Baelish.
Yes.
You know, I think he has a lot, and
But also one reason to not choke him, and that's he literally saved all their lives.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. If it wasn't for him, you know, they'd all be dead, and Ramsay Bolton would just be kind of chilling.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely looks interesting. I'm excited for next week.
Yeah, any thoughts or predictions on how next week might go down or anything after that, now that we've seen the first episode?
Peter's getting choked. That's my theory.
Peter's getting
Oh,
choked.
man. You know, you're reaching out for that one.
I know.
I see what you're pulling.
Um,
I don't know, Adham, you got anything? Or I'm just excited. You
Yeah, I'm
know,
excited to see where it's going. I'm excited to see.
hard
I
to
just
know.
want to see, because we see all that awesome action in Beyond the Wall in the trailer. I just want to get, like, as soon as they're like, yeah, because we know the Hound's going there, we know Tormund's going there. I just want to see that. Like, that's the point I want to get to. That's probably not till episode like 5, 6,
Yeah.
maybe even 7.
When
Oh,
do we
yeah.
think
I'm
that
just gonna enjoy
Euron's
the
going
ride.
to attack Daenerys' fleet? That's what I want to know.
If you want like an episode number,
Yeah, that's what I
I'm
think.
gonna say 3 or 4. 3 or 4.
I was gonna say 3.
There's
Yeah.
supposed to be a lot of big
I'll say
battles in
5.
this season, right?
Yeah.
5?
Episode 5.
Okay, Pedro's saying episode 5, Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking 3. I'm thinking they're gonna do it kind of early because they're really they're building this quick.
Yeah.
You know, like he's
I
in the
know
first episode and
I
then he's
know
out the door.
They
you know?
only have the descriptions for the first 3 episodes,
Uh-huh.
and they're all very quick. But I know one part of the description for episode 3 is Cersei returns a gift. So that might
Uh-oh.
not be Euron's gift. It might be something else, but that would assume
Oh,
that
again-
something has already happened up to that point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This
A-
could
a
happen in the
sex
next
scene with
episode.
Jaime.
Like a sex scene with Jamie.
She's returning his gift.
Oh no.
She's gonna give him a new hand.
Um,
Gonna get it because he only has one.
Yeah. So, yeah, I wonder. Now, let's just speculate a little bit here on our theories of what Euron's gift could be. I have one. I know Bobby's hoping for another.
Yeah, I have 2. There's like the one you're thinking and the one I'm thinking. The only 2 things I think really can be
Yeah.
where they're going. Do you want to start?
Yeah, I'm thinking his goal, because we see that sea battle with the fire and all that, which kind of does point to Bobby's direction. But what I'm hoping is that he attacks them for the sole purpose of capturing Tyrion.
Yeah.
That is my...
Damn.
As much as I wouldn't want that to happen,
Yeah.
I feel like if he came to King's Landing, like, hey, remember this little fucker? Like, here you go.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I
Like,
feel
talk
like...
about a present. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
The one person she wants dead more than anyone else.
Yeah, in literally the world,
Yeah,
ever,
literally
you know.
everything, yeah.
So yeah, I think that would probably be my pick. I think that's like his goal. Now, Bobby, you're hoping for something more mystical based in the books.
Yeah, I'm hoping for something more based in the books. I do think it's gonna go the way you're saying, Zach. I think he's going for Tyrion, but I would absolutely love it. We talked about it last week in the the recap before the show starts, before the season. I would love for them to just whip out the dragon horn.
Yep, dragon
I would
binder.
love them to just bring that horn out and be like, "This is my gift, and let me show you what it does."
Well, he wouldn't show.
He wouldn't. No, he wouldn't show him. But like,
'Cause
just
it
the
would kill
idea.
him.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah, the
like-
idea of the
Yeah, like
dragon
I'm
binder,
gonna
the
show
dragon
the
horn
audience. Like I'm gonna
is-
show
yeah.
Daenerys what this is.
Yeah,
Gonna do.
is that you blow into it and it burns you alive from the inside out and you die, but it allows
And
the
he would
people
not-
you're with to control a dragon. It literally bends them to your will.
Yeah, and obviously Euron's not gonna be the one to blow the horn. He's gonna get one of his men to do
Yeah.
it. Like a right hand man or something
Yeah,
that we're gonna be
exactly.
introduced to probably
Like
before
that
the sea
old
battle.
Greyjoy guy that like baptized him.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. We're gonna get someone like that we
Yeah.
saw earlier from like the Greyjoys. That's like, oh, okay, he's back, whatever.
Yeah.
And he's gonna get them to do it. And I was saying it. Could you imagine if this sea battle takes place and we get like Rhaegal they control? Because they're not gonna take over Drogon. I don't think so.
I feel like he should because he's bigger than the other two, and
Well,
he could
I-
probably take on the other two.
I think so, but what I feel like is gonna happen is they're gonna have a shot to maybe connect.
and we
it's
just
gonna
know it
be
can
Rhaegal.
bend. This might bend all 3. It
Yeah,
might,
we don't
you know?
we don't know.
Like it could be like he blows it, and all 3 of them are like, yes.
Yeah. So I think it'd be really interesting if it's like, let's say Rhaegal all of a sudden turns and kills. What's the smaller one? The other one?
Viserion.
Viserion.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, oh shit! Daenerys has well, you just killed one of my dragons. You're burning my people. And now Drogon kills Rhaegal.
Now you get one dragon.
And all the shots we saw of the battles in Westeros, there's one dragon and it's Drogon.
Yeah.
It's the only shots we see. The only time we see 3 dragons is on Dragonstone.
When
It
they're
was the
flying
shot
there.
we already saw on the show.
Yeah.
And all that fire that's hitting Daenerys' ships could be dragon fire.
Exactly.
Why else would their ships be burning? Their own
Yeah,
ships, you know?
exactly.
Well,
So
they could
I'm.
be throwing more wildfire or whatever.
That'd be green, though.
Yeah, it'd be green. Wildfire.
Like,
green.
just like if they were, like, shooting regular fire arrows, but that's a lot of fire. in the
Yeah,
trailer.
it is a lot of fire. So I mean, I'm really hoping that Dragonhorn comes into play. I would absolutely. I think it'd be a nice touch for the books, and I think it would shock the hell out of the audience who hasn't read, like, if they haven't read the books, because you're gonna see, oh yeah, they bring out this big looking horn. You're like, oh, it's a battle horn. Okay, whatever. They're gonna use it to call the other Greyjoy ships, whatever, like, and bring them in. And all of a sudden, one of those dragons just kind of turns around. It would be absolutely nuts. I would love to see it so much.
Well, on the other side of the coin, we have the Dragonbinder horn. Well, we have the Horn of Winter in the north.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Which we might have already seen in the show.
Oh yeah.
We might have already seen it in the show because when they find Dragonglass in season 2, season 3.
Yep, there's an old busted
There's an
horn.
old busted horn in there. People are
Oh, yeah.
theorizing that's the Horn of Winter, which brings down the wall, basically.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you're
how did
right.
They just leave it there. I don't remember.
There's a lot of horns.
I don't remember if they took it or not. I know they took the Dragonglass.
2 horns.
That's a big thing to, just kind of leave her. Oh, yeah, there's this horn that takes the entire wall down.
I mean,
Eh,
they
just
didn't
leave
know.
it in there.
But there's so many theories on why it happens. There's theories that there are ice dragons in the wall,
That are
and that the
keeping it,
horn
yeah.
awakens them, and it like
Yeah.
they come out, and that's what breaks the wall.
I was curious about that because the cover photo for season 7 looks like an ice dragon.
Yeah.
Dude.
I think that's just the Night King's eye.
I'm just look this poster up real quick.
Night
Yeah.
I'm
King
pretty
is
sure
ice
it is
dragons.
official too.
The Night King is an ice dragon, confirmed.
Could
All
it be
right.
Bowser?
Yeah, that's a game theory. Leave it to, what's his face?
Matt Putt.
Yeah, Matt Pat.
Shout out to
and
Matt Pat.
his Shitty. Whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. I hope. I'd love to see them go the Dragon Bender, like that Dragon Horn. But I think they're probably going to go with the Tyrion route. For his gift, I think it would make more sense rather than just whipping a horn out at the end. Just whip it out.
Look,
like-
look what I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
It's a horn.
it's a horn. What's it gonna do?
It commands dragons. Okay, you're on Greyjoy.
Yeah, all right, man.
Okay, it commands dragons.
Yeah, okay, yeah, go for it. But yeah,
One.
I think it's gonna be a very tense. I think it's gonna be a very
No, it's
tense
not official.
episode. That's
It's
what it
not
looks
official?
like.
Okay.
Oh, it's not an official poster.
I thought it was. I'll be completely honest.
Yeah, but I feel like this next week coming up is gonna be very tense, very dramatic. It doesn't look super action oriented, but it looks like it's gonna be very tense.
As all Game of Thrones is going to be a build into the action towards
Yeah.
the latter half of the season.
Yep, exactly, and I'm totally okay with that, and I'm very excited. It's only a couple days away. And
Yep.
I can't wait. But yeah, any
All right.
any other
So
predictions?
you guys
or
say
anything?
that pretty much wraps up predictions and whatever, whatnot.
Yeah, I think for now.
Yeah.
For now,
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll get more as the season goes on.
Did you two think of any characters that you think are gonna die first?
Like first?
Yeah, like the earliest character named
Like
character
after, like from now.
from here till the from here to the end of the season. Character, a named character that you think is gonna die.
Besides
first.
Grey Worm,
I
Theon,
Theon,
but
or
I'm not.
Jorah.
I'm not sure anymore. I was gonna say Tormund because he's at the wall. He's gonna be at the wall.
He's gonna go to Eastwatch.
He's gonna be like the first like bigger name to die. I don't know.
Oh, we didn't
Well,
talk about
we-
that.
well, we
Save
didn't.
that to like the end of the season.
I think so
You,
too.
you can just throw a dart at the board here.
Yeah, and it can be a named character. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to pick Tormund or someone like Arya or someone big. You know, I mean, we picked Theon, Grey Worm, and Jorah.
Theon's a
Oh,
decent
Theon's a
sized
big,
Theon's a
yeah.
big
Theon is a
name.
big
Yeah.
character, but I think that sea battle's happening early. That's why.
Yeah. I think it would be interesting if Varys died.
Ooh.
I don't want him to die, but
I
I'm
want
just
the
saying.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Are you
yeah.
going with Varys?
Yeah.
All right, we got one Varys and Matt. Who you taking?
I think Qyburn. I think
Qyburn.
Qyburn's gonna lose control of the mountain.
Oh, that wouldn't be good for Qyburn.
Yeah. that would be good for anyone in King's Landing.
That would be that would be good for
Old
anyone.
Qyburn.
Yeah.
I like that pick.
That's
It's
a good pick.
interesting.
All right, yeah, I like him.
But all right, cool. So we all have our
All right.
picks in.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah,
See
all right,
who
sounds
comes
good.
on
So,
top.
guys, we are going to give our ratings for episode 1, Dragonstone. So, who would like to give their first rating?
Not me, because I didn't know we were doing ratings. So someone else that's not me.
Pedro.
Okay. Being the fact that it's just starting the season off and reintroducing characters, I thought that opening scene with Arya, she automatically became like my second favorite character of the whole show after that. So I would have to give the first episode, Dragonstone, a real good I'll say 8.8 out of 10. That's where I'm feeling it. 8.8 out of 10.
All right.
That's fair.
I said I'd give it a solid 8. I really enjoyed this episode.
Mm-hmm.
It was probably one of the best premieres so far.
Zach?
Yeah, I'll go next. I'm gonna be higher. I'm gonna give it a 9.
Whoa.
Just because as a premiere, it was probably like outside of maybe season 1, it was probably my favorite premiere episode of the show today. And there's really nothing wrong with the episode. Like, you don't get like any of those big moments, but I really enjoyed the entire episode, and so I can't really knock it too much. So I'm gonna give it an 8, and I think we're building to some a 9.
I was about to say, it was like you just dropped an entire number.
I was about to say, wait, hold up.
Yeah, it's like I said, the first episode is a 7. So yeah, I'm giving it a 9.
6 is a good number.
Yeah.
All right.
Alien Covenant, 3. Yeah.
No, I was more lenient on that. I gave it a 3.5.
Oh, okay. That's lenient.
Generous.
Yeah.
Oh,
you're up.
am I
Yeah,
the only one
Adam. You go, and then I'll go.
I'm gonna give this episode 8.9 Ed Sheerans.
8.9
Ed Sheerans. 8.9 catchy shapes of you. All right, I don't get super specific because Travis likes to do that stupid. That's right, Travis. I'm talking shit. That I'm gonna give this movie an 8.21753 and a third. I'm not gonna do that stupid thing.
Over pie.
I'm gonna agree with Zach on this. I don't think there's anything wrong with this episode. I think it's a great start into the season. I think people are harsh on it because they expect.
Yeah, we're just not getting as much crazy stuff right off the bat. But
I think you need to.
Yeah,
you need to
Everything
take
was
this
good.
as a premiere episode.
Yeah.
And I think, you know what, they did a good job. Every character I was happy to see shown. I'm gonna give it a solid 9. It was a great episode. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. I had fun, and honestly, I kind of want to watch it again before the second episode.
Yeah.
That's how much I liked it. Yeah, no, you watched it twice already. You're saying that, So yeah, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10.
I rewatched the opening scene with Arya because I just had to see it
It's
again.
awesome.
Yeah.
Oof.
All
All right, guys. Yeah, so with everybody's score put together and averaged out between the 5 of us, comes out to an 8.7 out of 10. So
And that's very good for. I mean, it's Game of Thrones. I honestly don't think I've seen like a bad episode. Maybe one that has been like hasn't really held my interest. But yeah, so
Yeah.
you can never go wrong.
Never go wrong. It's a very good show.
Totes.
We're excited.
Yeah,
Hooray.
that's why we do this show because we love it so much.
Yep.
There's so much to talk about, man, in this show. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, yeah. We
plot
would
twist,
need.
Ned comes back.
I've been saying it. Ned Stark. He's coming
Crawls
back.
out of the crypts.
He was my original. He was after Dothraki Soldier 300, whatever. He was my second pick. Was Ned Stark? He's gonna come. Hey, he came back in Battle of the Bastards to wish Jon Snow luck as he rode past on a horse with no head.
The Nedless Horseman.
Oh my god.
Oh god. Yeah, honestly, we could talk about this show so much. We would need like a second show of just like just gushing about the books and the show in
Yeah.
general. It's so hard to stay on topic with just the episodes coming out. But yeah, so I think that
Cool
wraps it
stuff.
up.
All right, guys. So I
Very
really hope you
excited.
enjoyed
Very
this
excited.
episode of Red Wedding Crashers. Remember to stay tuned in next week when we talk about episode 2. Which does anybody know the name of the episode 2?
It is Stormborn.
Electric Boogaloo.
All right.
Yeah, it is Stormborn, which points to being Daenerys-centric, which is cool because we didn't see her too much.
And
this.
it looks like it's gonna push to that with we see Cersei and Jon.
Yeah.
They're being counseled about how to deal with it.
Varys is in the next episode, so we might have to get sweat a little bit here with Adam's
Yeah.
prediction. But I would never be able to do that because I can't sweat with all the great electrolytes I get from Gatorade Fierce.
Sponsored by Gatorade. Need a moment? Drink a Gatorade. I think that's how the thing goes, right? Something like that. Eat a Gatorade. Eat your teeth. There you go,
It's just
kids.
so much more funnier when it's just like unexpected.
All right. Shouts to Gatorade.
Shout out to Gatorade.
Even though we're never getting paid for any of these like
Oh, never.
advertisements. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed that. Remember to subscribe, comment, like, thumbs up. Do whatever you guys can to support this channel, and we will see you guys in our next episode. Peace out.
Family.